What's up guys, JV2017 here, and this is your E3 2013 Ubisoft press conference recap. So basically they came out with Aisha Tyler, or Taylor, I think it's Tyler. She's this giant black woman and they made her tell a bunch of terrible jokes. And that's usually what Ubisoft does. They pretty much fell flat most of the time, but nevertheless they started out the show with Rocksmith, which basically, it's a spiritual successor to Guitar Hero. I think we can all agree on that. However, I don't think it's something that could be nearly as popular as Guitar Hero because it's far more... I mean, I can't speak because I haven't played Rocksmith at all. However, it just looks far more technical. It doesn't look like something that'd be able to appeal to like a really, really wide crowd and get really, really popular. But anyways, they had the Alice in Chains lead guitarist come out and jam on stage, and apparently you can jam out to the game in a band, like a virtual band in the game will rock out with you, which is pretty cool. It's called session mode. But anyways, it's coming out this October, and if that's something you're interested in, then right on. Next up, they came on stage and showed off Splinter Cell Blacklist, which is a game that was supposed to come out this spring, so right about now, or maybe even earlier than now. I think it even had a March launch date actually, but it got pushed back to August. Basically, I didn't really see much of this trailer or the gameplay because whoever was on the camera was like, yeah, let's show the stage and not show the gameplay. Like, are you kidding me? I don't care what the stage looks like when we're looking at something that's gameplay. I could not care less. Anyways, enough of the ranting. Basically, you're Sam Fisher again. You're in the 4th echelon, and there's this giant terrorist attack, a series of terrorist attacks called Blacklist. And that's the extent to which I know about this game, really. Spies versus Mercs mode is back, blah, blah, blah. I mean, a lot of information is out about this game already. So, they showed a pretty sick demo last year. I remember it, actually. But anyways, game comes out, I believe it's August 20th, but they just said comes in August, so I don't know if they'll stick to that August 20th date. But anyways, looks like a pretty sweet game. I've had a ton of fun with previous Splinter Cells, so hopefully it's a really fun game. Rayman Legends is the next game they showed off, and this is a very, very colorful and stylized 2D platformer that really gets back to the core of Rayman. And I remember playing, I don't remember what Rayman game it was, but I do remember playing Rayman as a child in some capacity. Maybe it was like Raving Rabbids, because I know I have a cousin who played that game. But yeah, Rayman. So the last Rayman apparently was really good, like a really solid, awesome, you know, nostalgic 2D platform, but not a lot of people buy it because it contended with Ubisoft's own Assassin's Creed, and they released it like within a few days of each other, and that just wasn't a very smart decision. So basically, they're trying to kind of recapture that magic they had with the last platformer. I think it was Rayman Origins. But anyways, this game will be coming out to Wii U, PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, and PlayStation Vita. So anyways, very colorful. It has competitive multiplayer. They also had this really cool mode where the level is basically crafted around a song, and there are different songs. I can't remember the name of... Oh yeah, Ring of Fire. There's a Ring of Fire like mariachi remix or something for this game, and the level plays like the song. So I think it's a pretty cool idea. Not sure if I'll be picking it up, but it looks like a very swell game. Next up, they showed off a really actually hilarious CG trailer, and this guy right here you see with the stupid hair and the armor, I believe he's voiced by Captain Quark. Like, I totally, you know, noticed that while I was watching this trailer. But anyways, this game is called The Mighty Quest for Epic Loot. It is on the computer, I believe, and basically the object is to steal from your neighbor and to protect your loot. That's pretty much what I know. It's a top-down strategy game, so don't be fooled by this awesome CG stuff. However, this trailer is freaking hilarious. But there's a closed beta right now. However, actually, I don't think it's closed. I'm pretty sure it's open. There's a beta going on. So if I'm pretty sure a quick Google search, you'd be able to find where you're able to sign up for this thing and go and play right now and check it out. But anyways, this trailer was so funny. Like, I lulled, guys. I lulled. But this was a pretty good presentation for this game, actually. The game looks very simple, but it probably has, fun mechanics that make it fun, that, make up for the simplicity of, the graphics and whatnot. But anyways, the quest, or the mighty quest for epic loot, yay! Another hilarious trailer came on right after that one for South Park, The Stick of Truth. And they had absolutely no gameplay in this whatsoever. I think they just want to remind people that this game is still coming out. I don't even know if this thing's coming out this year, but it is South Park, and this trailer was hilarious. If you want to funny yourself, and listen to the audio, I would definitely look it up because it's totally worth it. Hilarious trailer here. If you didn't already know, this is supposed to be an RPG, a South Park RPG, with the very same art style and whatnot, so hopefully it's really good whenever it comes out. Next up was a game that I think took a lot of people by surprise. It's called The Crew, and they came out with just an amazingly awesome CG trailer. I think I'm showing it to you right now. This trailer just blew me and my friends away when we were watching E3. Just incredible CG going on here, but yeah, so this is a brand new IP, of course, coming to next generation consoles, and it really focuses on the social and multiplayer aspects of racing. It's a racing game, and I don't want to say it gives up, graphics or anything, any kind of graphical whatever, to make it able to be a really social / multiplayer game, but it doesn't look like a Forza Motorsport 5 or a, I don't know, Gran Turismo 6. It definitely does not look like that. However, it doesn't look bad. It looks like something tolerable. However, the game is huge. It's just, the map is just gigantic. And basically what they showed off was a condensed version of the United States. Basically, you can race all over the United States. I'm sure it's definitely not 1-to-1 scale. I mean, that would be absolutely insane, and I don't think anybody would want to play a 1-to-1 scale version of the US. But basically, they showed kind of a morphed map of the US, and, there's places like Miami to race in, and, really cool places that you'd want to race in the US. Yeah, they showed off Miami primarily, but it's going to be coming out in early 2014, which is pretty close in the video game world, I would say. And I think kind of the main campaign, if you will, of this game, or the purpose, however you can do this with friends, that's kind of the whole point of this game, is to take over criminal organizations with your cars. So basically there's going to be like giant badass trucks going around being all criminal and whatnot, and you're supposed to take them out, I think, by ramming them. I don't know if there's any like missiles or anything like that, but that's pretty much the object, or at least what they showed. The gameplay looked, again, pretty okay, but totally tolerable given the scale of the game. They had something called asynchronous challenges, and to be honest, I don't remember what that means or what that entails. But anyways, you're seeing right here like how you're taking out these vehicles and how you're supposed to, take out the criminal organizations. But it's basically a co-op racing game, a co-op like online racing game. As you can tell, they're kind of showing off the multiplayer aspect of it here. But yeah, I thought you guys would want to see this really cool demo. There's actually gameplay. I didn't get that, but I thought you guys wanted to see this really cool CG trailer. See, yeah, look all over the world like that, really cool. I'm sure you'd be able to find some sick gameplay from E3 like I saw if you did a quick YouTube search. But anyways, yeah, really cool. The Crew really surprised me, and it's coming out to both next-gen consoles, so yay! Probably the highlight of the Ubisoft press conference was more Watch Dogs, and I think they're doing a really good job of reminding people that this game is coming out, it's coming strong, and it looks really good, and it's coming out this fall. So I'm not sure if they showed off this gameplay in the PS4 conference or in the Ubisoft conference, but I do know they showed off a really cool CG trailer that I showed in a different video. So yeah, but enjoy this gameplay. Look at those rain graphics. Look at the rain bouncing off the back of the car. Like, that's freaking sick. Look at that stuff. Yeah, so they kind of showed off this surveillance mission, which was really cool, and they showed off more elements of Watch Dogs and how you're kind of this technical, 21st century warrior, so to speak. You're using these modern technologies to save people, to, do good. Obviously you're a good guy in Watch Dogs. So you're basically in this kind of gameplay, you're saving your friend T-Bone, and they showed off some really, really cool technical surveillance kind of elements that I think will, it shows more how this game works. Not just all of the flair and the excitement, but really how Watch Dogs is going to play, and that's a really good thing. And just really looking forward to this thing. Definitely gonna buy this game. Hope it's a launch title. That would be fantastic for the new consoles. But man, can't wait for Watch Dogs. Now that we got that garbage out of the way, it's time for what you've all been waiting for in this video. It's Just Dance 24. Just kidding. Next up, they showed Rabbids Invasion, which I'm kind of gonna go over this really quickly because it probably nobody here watching this video is interested. But basically, it's an interactive TV show for kids where you can interact with, the game. That's really to the extent of what it is. And as far as interactive, I mean for like little kids. Probably nobody over the age of 14 will be amused by this. If you are, I'm not judging, but yeah, that's pretty much what Rabbids Invasion is. It's like a Nickelodeon thingy, and I think this is like a mini game that I'm showing on the screen right now, but yeah, Facebook games, whatever. It's like a whole connected dealio for Rayman Raving Rabbids. So there you go. Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. So they showed off more of this game. Of course, it was announced, earlier this spring, but this is really the first time they were able to really show a lot of Assassin's Creed for Black Flag. And they had this really pretty CG trailer where basically they were like in a bar, and then some guy was like, hey, and then they were like, hey, and then they fought. So very basic stuff, very pretty trailer, and this game looks great. I don't really have much else to say other than good job, really good job. They showed off a lot more in the PS4 conference, so I'll have a lot more information in that vidya coming probably tomorrow. So yeah, I'm not going to talk much more about this other than I want to play this game. Yay. Then they showed off a really cool trailer for two new Trials games, Trials Fusion, which is coming to next-gen consoles, and Trials Frontier, which is a mobile game. So I think both of these ideas are really good. Trials Evolution was a big hit, at least on the 360 I know. I don't know if it's on the PS3. It probably is, and also PC. But anyways, Trials Fusion is their next-gen Trials game, and it looks really cool. I like the futuristic feel, and it actually looks pretty cool. And I'll be looking forward to more next-gen Trials. And it looks like they got more tricks and stuff going on, which will definitely be cool and add to the game for sure. But yeah, their mobile game is also a really good idea. Who doesn't want to play a game while they're just, out and about? And, Trials. If any game that I'm going to be playing while I'm not at home, it would probably be Trials, to be honest. So can't wait for Frontier and Fusion to come out very, very soon. So hoorah. And finally, Ubisoft hit us with another curveball at another E3 for a game that looks really, really, really good. And believe it or not, this right here is in-engine footage. Right here. This is gameplay. This guy walking through here with the snow going by, the reflections in the water, this rundown version of what seems to be, or what actually is, Manhattan. This is gameplay, and oh my god, it looks so good. This is called Tom Clancy's The Division. Look at that map. That is so freaking cool. Anyways, this game, just right off the bat, I just noticed how realistic the world looks. My goodness. I mean, if any game looks really realistic, it's Watch Dogs, and this game looks even more realistic than Watch Dogs. So, just blown away by this game. Some things that I really noticed that caught my eye were you can play in real time on a tablet. So that whole tablet integration, that's really cool. That's in this game. You'll see it in a little bit. usually a lot of the tablet integration for most of the games that they showed off at E3 involved controlling a drone, which I don't have any problem with, but really, really cool stuff there. You saw a second ago that the watch is the menu, like the guy's watch on his wrist. Really cool stuff. Looked really clean, slick. I like that we're kind of going away from our traditional user interfaces and going for cooler little things. So, as you can tell, this is a really, really multiplayer intensive game. You're supposed to play this game with multiplayer, or with multiple people. Also, this is very Watch Dogs-esque in my opinion. The whole, again, the user interface is not traditional. The guy looking at his watch, as opposed to, Watch Dogs, you're probably going to be looking at your phone a lot. It's not a bad thing. However, it's very, very similar. It looks really good. Yeah, look at this. Look at that. Look at this skill tree. Like, what's going on here? All these talents and stuff. Like, there's so much more to this game than what they showed, and I can't wait to see what it is. But yeah, so basically these guys are gonna storm this looks like a police department and get in there and scavenge for supplies. So the fact that they were scavenging for supplies really brought up the idea of DayZ. I mean, this game seems to have a really DayZ-esque kind of concept to it. The whole banding together with other humans and scavenging for supplies and whatnot. However, it looks like it's open world, and you're gaining XP for everything that you do, and there are talents to improve your survival skills. It's online, open world, it's an RPG, and just really swell. See, that's a guy on the tablet up there in that kind of drone shooting down on whatever kind of enemies. I don't think these enemies don't look like other players, because if they were, they'd probably have names above them. But they just look like you. Oh, what is that rolly thing? I didn't even see that. Oh my gosh, that was so cool. But yeah, this looks like a fantastic game. Can't wait to get this game. And I believe this is this is multi-platform, so you won't have to, shell out and get one certain console to buy this game. Look at that. He's exposing that guy using the drone on a tablet. So cool. So cool. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much all I got for the Ubisoft press conference. I was really impressed by it, despite all of the really terrible, terrible jokes. Really, really impressed by Ubisoft. They continue to impress me every single year that they've been at E3, which is like 2 or 3, I believe. So, anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, remember to click that like button and subscribe for more E3 coverage. I believe I'll be doing a lot of E3 coverage, the rest of this month and probably a little bit into July. So, anyways, hope you guys enjoyed, and I will talk to you later. Peace.